and Neeraj, for your patience. Jayant Verma, people assumed is one of the dovish members,
Yes.
but he is actually voted against continuing the accommodative stance through the current financial year and into the next. Now, what exactly he has opposed, we cannot say till we see the minutes, but he's opposed perhaps the length of the accommodative stance, we do not know. But the man of the moment is Aditya Narayan, because the market of the moment is the stock market. The Bank Nifty had risen to a 2.5% gain. Even now it is 2.25% higher, and the Nifty and the Sensex up 0.7 each. Aditya Narayan, what have you made of the policy? Do you think it's a blockbuster policy?
No, I think it's a good policy. I think it's a very stable policy, and in many ways it seems to lend an air of continuity, I think, which is very, very important and which hasn't always been there. I think this bit about looking through near-term inflation, I think that's a very, very material statement. And I think the third thing that really makes it interesting is that there is now a shift from the supply side to the demand side. I think all this while there has been a sense of managing liquidity, providing funds to the system, making sure nothing goes wrong on the downside. I think this is that point in time when you're kind of turning towards growth. And I think to that extent, I think it is a material shift in approach. And I think that's what the markets are fundamentally liking. Have they gone full hog? No, they haven't. And it's something you need to watch through. But clearly from a policy perspective, I think you're seeing a little bit of a shift in terms of approach, and it's now looking forward rather than looking behind, which is where the shift is coming through.
Okay, so at the moment, do you think financials is the way to go? We already saw some of the financial buy recommendations coming today. I saw Jefferies and Citi, maybe there were others, but these two clearly upgraded financials. And in this week, the Nifty Bank is up 7%. Your thoughts? You think there are still pickings here?
So I think what is happening with the financials is that over a period of time, with the restructuring norms coming in, with more liquidity coming in, with more data coming out in terms of what some of the asset quality issues are, which you will also see over the next month or so as the results play out. I think there is a sense of stabilization. I think where you would see these move aggressively is if you actually either get a growth rebound, or you get an asset quality rebound, or you get a revenue rebound. Now, for each of these, I think it's a little early to get too excited about, but I think the bottom on that in terms of how bad could it get, what could come out from a recognition perspective, I think that risk is easing. So I would say this slight bounce that you've seen over the last week or so and the stabilization in their prices, that's more a reflection of, okay, it should not get worse. Will it start getting better or not? I think that is, you probably need to wait a little bit for that. And I would probably spend the results season in the next couple of months, waiting for those opportunities to come, rather than making this a blanket turn in terms of the focus shifting from downside to upside.
Okay. There is also a push for real estate. More generally for NBFCs, the TLTRO money can be used not just to buy bonds and listed instruments, but even they can be lent as loans to the NBFC companies. And separately on the demand side, this loan to value, linked to risk weight is available for higher value homes. You think real estate becomes a buy or anything related to homes?
Yeah, so from our perspective, real estate stocks have been a buy for a while.
Okay.
And these have been some of the reasons, right? What you're getting here today is actually a push for getting for incentives for demand across the spectrum, right? So far, what has tended to happen is really been very, low end or middle end. This is the first time where you're looking at a policy support for so-called conspicuous consumption, which I think is actually a very good thing. It is not as if there are any tax concessions that are being given out there. It's simply a recognition of the fact that you need other ends of the economy to move to for there to be broader good. So to that extent, I think it's actually a very good policy move. From real estate itself tending to be a buy or not, I think volumes will go up. I don't think you will necessarily get too much in terms of prices. So to that extent, I think from a real estate asset class, I wouldn't necessarily run into it for capital appreciation. But in terms of volume, in terms of churn, in terms of activity, I think that will go up. And that has broader economic implications rather than necessarily stock implications.
Okay. Well, Aditya Narayan, before we let you go, more generally about the markets. I mean, this has been a steaming rally. We are within, breathing distance of 12,000 at this juncture. Is this profit-taking zone, or do you think the growth impulses is what the market is betting and you would go ahead and buy at these levels? If yes, what?
No, I would actually wait out a little bit, because basically what this has been is, this is a kind of a normalization rally which has come on the back of, the real economy also tending to normalize, right? But do you have growth impulses in the economy, beyond where we are at this point in time? I'm not so sure about that. I think the jury is still out on that. And I think the market is beginning to discount some of that. So when that is beginning to happen, unless you have a strong call on this recovery actually continuing, and you're effectively looking at the fourth quarter where you see net GDP and earnings growth, until you are confident of that, I think you need to be a little watchful. What has happened is, you've looked at the production side in terms of data rather than the pure demand side, right? The end demand side. And there could be a little bit of a gap in that. And the reason why a lot of companies are getting more optimistic is because their production numbers are looking better. You have a festive season, so they're putting in the inventory for that. But whether there is going to be end offtake of the magnitude that the market is now factoring in, I think you need to be a little watchful of that. So I would actually sit back a little bit, but clearly I think between a certain level of normalization, between a good policy framework, between a certain focus on demand rather than just looking back, I think the direction is much more positive than it has been for a while.
Okay. On that positive note, Aditya Narayan, thank you very much indeed for joining us in this credit policy special. There is no denying that the policy has got a thumbs up from all markets. You saw the rupee almost becoming, 73 to the dollar, and then you saw the bond markets also giving almost 1 rupee thumbs up at the 10-year level itself, and you have the equity markets all guns blazing, especially in the bank nifty and in the finance stocks. So it's an extremely positive response that you have got from the markets. To be fair, the markets already had a tailwind, and they just needed this push. But it's an amazing feat on the part of the Reserve Bank and the MPC to not give a rate cut but yet sound extremely positive, or extremely positive for the specific segments of the market. Positive for NBFCs, positive for home loans, and very positive for the bond markets. Reserve Bank, for the first time, I think ever, going to come out and buy state government loans, because there are going to be 2 lakh crore of auctions of state governments, and more will come in the fourth quarter. 2 lakh crore is only in the third quarter, and if the state government loan yields don't fall, corporate yields will not fall, because they're all arranged one above the other. And this is a great push to bring down state government loan yields, and therefore general market corporate yields as well. You will have to say that it is an extremely a positive, very creative policy, trying to look at individual home loans, trying to look at SME loans, trying to look at bond markets and NBFC liquidity, as well trying to look at state government loans, Government of India loans. There is a little bit for everything, and for the macros as well. Yes, you may complain that what if inflation doesn't come down from its 6.97% perch? What if it is a persistent inflation? But you have to take the bet at this point in time. When growth is negative, that's what requires attention, and that's exactly what the government has done. Well, that brings to a close our special coverage of the monetary policy. We close with the news that all markets have given it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching, but don't go anywhere, because we have a very important analysis coming up on the Vedanta delisting. We will have the big man from that group joining us, so don't go anywhere.